What's poppin', everybody? Back with another video. In this video we got Kid Capri. He's going at 21 Savage for saying Nas is irrelevant. We're gonna listen to Kid Capri and we'll talk after the video.
Mr. 21 Savage, no disrespect, just want to know, what would make you get on your clubhouse and say Nas is not relevant? Because ain't nobody, selling no drugs, got women twerking, disrespecting nobody. That's why he's not relevant. And on trap music, what makes him not relevant? He's not relevant to you, or he's not relevant to us. I don't understand. Like, I don't know where this thing come where we never disrespected or talk down to people that came before us. They are heroes. Like, I don't know where that changed, where that's supposed to be a thing. Like, no, I just don't understand how somebody could say something like that with a straight face and be serious. All right, this man put so much work in, and it's at some point, at some way, you look down at that. Like, that's not a good thing. Like, that's not a place you're trying to get to. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Like, that was a bad statement. All right, but this is the divide that happens between people. Everybody should just do what they do, make music and enjoy themselves, man, and have fun, man, and leave your comments to yourself. I don't care about no top fives, and there's no top five to me, okay? I don't care about any of that. Young or old, made no difference. If your music is hot, that's all that matters to me. You know what I'm saying? But disrespecting people and that really put the work in, and it's just your opinion. It's your opinion. You're entitled to your opinion, but it's a disrespectful thing to somebody that really put the work in. Somebody like Nas, like, is revered as one of them dudes. You know what I'm saying? I put an album out myself called The Love this year, and I'm not talking about nobody or any of those things. You know what I'm saying? I think I have one of the best albums this year. Facts. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we just gotta, there's nothing wrong with being different. There's nothing wrong with, just because it's different, it doesn't mean it's old school. If you heard my freestyle I put up there, I said that's the first line I put out. Just because it's different, it's not the same thing as everybody else, doesn't mean it's old school or it's not relevant. You know what I'm saying? Like, Nas is very relevant. Just because you don't listen to him, I'm sure there's people that don't listen to you, right? I play your music. I like Bank Account a lot, right? But, I like a lot of Nas records too. So, I don't know. But just like I said, you're entitled to your opinion. But when you put that narrative out there, it makes it seem like the older ones or the elder statesmen are not capable. And that's what my song, The Business, is about on my album, The Love. I'm about to drop that video too, so you can see that. And it shows that, you get somebody like Nas on stage that ripped down so many places, I don't know. Not relevant? That's a bit strong. I'm sure you meant well. I hope you meant well. I don't know if you meant well, but continue doing what you're doing, man.
I hear what Kid Capri's saying, and I agree to a certain point at what he's saying, that it could be perceived as a bad statement or an insult to tell somebody they're not relevant. So I feel where he's coming from, but I don't think that was 21 Savage's intention, is to like put down Nas or diminish his legacy or diminish his accomplishments. I don't think that's what 21 Savage was thinking when he jumped on Clubhouse and spoke on Nas. I just don't think that. I think that the older generation, we're just very sensitive, because I'm a Nas fan, so I understand where Kid Capri's coming from and his frustration, because he's like essentially talking down on one of your heroes. But you got to realize, just because Nas is our hero doesn't mean Nas is everybody's hero. You know what I mean? And Like, good example, if I'm 18, if I'm 19, even if I'm just 20 years old, Nas might not be my hero. Lil Durk might be my hero. Or Kodak Black might be. I don't, you know what I mean? So it's like, just because he's your hero, you can't just put that on everybody. Like, oh, he should be respected as this hero. It's like, bro, you can't police that. You know, people gonna feel, everybody got their own favorites. It's people that love Jay-Z but hate Nas, and like I said, it's people that love Jay-Z and hate Nas. Trust me, I know people like that. I know people that think Nas is not that great. I know people that love Biggie and don't love Tupac and don't respect what Tupac did. And I know people that love Tupac and don't really rock with Biggie that hard and don't really see what the big deal is about Biggie. So what are we talking about when we're talking about, oh, he's a hero, you got to respect the hero? And it's like, he's not everybody's hero, man. But like I said, I know what he's trying to say is that it's kind of like a insult to Nas, or a diss to say he's not relevant. My only thing, I feel like it's just bad timing, because I feel like it's kind of looks disrespectful because Nas is in the middle of an album rollout, and I would feel some type of way if somebody all of a sudden jumps on Clubhouse and saying I'm not relevant when I'm trying to push this out. And so that's my only problem with it. But I see both sides. I see what Capri's talking about, and salute to Kid Capri. He's a legend too. A lot of rappers in the 90s kind of hurt themselves because there wasn't much unity, because people think about, oh, the 90s, it was so great, we had all these artists, but all these artists was beefing back then, like Rough Riders, Rockefeller, Nas, Queensbridge. Everybody had their own clique and everybody was beefing, nobody was getting along. That made the foundation weaker, and that's why once the 90s was over and music started to shift and the South took over and the South was unified, all that New York rap was out. And to this day, New York rap hasn't rebounded from that. So, you know, when we talk about respect the legends, like back then, the dudes that was legends didn't respect each other. It was a competition and a beef going back and forth, and nobody was working together. Nobody was unifying. Everybody was trying to one up each other. Who's going to rise to the top? This is the result of that. So you can't expect the younger generation to see Nas in this godly manner. It's Jay-Z fans that wanted to knock Nas's head off. You know what I mean? So it's tough, man. But I understand. Salute to Kid Capri. I understand what he was getting at. What you guys think? Let me know. Catch you in the next one. I'm gone.